Looks tasty.
Hi, and welcome to episode 10 of the Well Done Podcast. I'm Moises Cell. You know,
Yeah, this is Conti, and you know.
And this is Kendall, and you know.
alright, I think they all know. I know.
I
know.
hope you know.
Oh,
You know?
I definitely know. But anyways, today, or should I say tonight, we're joined by a very special guest. And, well, he's sitting right across from me laying down there, and we kept him waiting for quite a long time. Why don't you introduce yourself over there?
Hi, I'm Snow.
He's Snow. And Snow actually works for Capcom.
Capu-Kamu.
So Snow, you work for Capcom, and you're the Snow from Capcom-Unity.
That's what I hear.
The
Yeah.
snow.
The Snow. He's the Felvine Bomber. I mean, yeah,
He is.
he is. So Snow, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing mighty fine. How about you guys?
Doing pretty good.
Yeah, I'm doing quite well.
I'm okay.
All right. Well, anyway, Snowflake. I'm gonna call you that, by the way, Snowflake. So yeah. When did you start with Monster? I mean, how did that go about happening?
You know, that's a good question. I'm trying to think back when I first started. I got a PSP, and I was a member of Capcom-Unity, and I was looking for different games to play to go with the PSP. I ended up seeing that there was Monster Hunter Freedom 2 there. I picked it up, played it. I'm like, oh man, it says multiplayer online. So I went in the guild hall. I'm like, there's nobody playing this game. Took me a while to figure out what was actually going on, that it was only ad hoc. And then I would sit there with it on, turned on at night, and I'd be like, please someone in my apartment complex be playing this game. Please. Nobody was playing the game. So I got my start there. I only played for about 8 hours in that before I ended up actually getting into the events where I ended up coming out here to California and working for Capcom. So I'd sort of forgotten about Monster Hunter for a little while, then I ended up getting back into it when I came here. That was about the time that they were talking about bringing Second G. And I ended up getting a UMD as Second G and playing that in Japanese for a while. And that's when it really sort of stuck with me, because I met a few people within the community on Capcom-Unity, like, well, you, Moises.
Hi.
And I'd been playing with you and Conti for quite some time, even in that game, before we started playing Freedom Unite. So the addiction started then, and it was there that I had, was really excited to be working on Freedom Unite and bringing it here and building the community and whatnot.
You pleased many.
You
Something
done
like
good.
that.
Done good. Well, we're all really pleased. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I know I am. Kendall's not, though. Look at him.
Yeah, I'm sad. No, I'm pleased. I'm pleased.
Let's be fair. Everybody's not happy right now because they want more. It's been a year, more than a year, since we heard anything about Monster Hunter coming to the West, so nobody's happy.
People need their fix.
Yeah, well, we're working on something, so.
Oh.
That's all I need to hear.
It's not so much of a secret, though. We've been saying that for a while, so.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely remember back when Tri was being announced that there's going to be much more focus on Monster Hunter for the West. Is that right? Something like that?
Yeah, I mean, Monster Hunter overall is just approached differently here in the West. The way people play it, the mentality behind how you play it as a Western gamer, it's just way different than it is in Japan. And so the way we go about promoting Monster Hunter, in my opinion, we just haven't really gotten it right yet. And we got some things right with Try. And we did a little bit better, in my opinion, than we did in the past with Freedom Unite. But Try was definitely our best stab at it. And I think now that we have a little bit a better understanding of really how people play Monster Hunter, and of course myself shouting at everybody else at Capcom how people play Monster Hunter, because I'm one of those guys who spends now thousands of hours playing the game. It's one of those things where you know what will resonate with people about this game, especially Western gamers, trying to figure out what they like. To be honest, there's games just like Monster Hunter, or the style that Monster Hunter is, that are just taking off in the West. And so finding that sweet spot is part of what I do.
So, from a side, that, what else do you actually, do in your work at Capcom? I mean, you are, I believe, it was the community specialist, if I recall correctly.
Associate community manager now. Anyway.
Oh, snap.
Ooh, promoted.
So, so, what do you do exactly? I mean,
well, I mean, there's a lot, but it's all fun and it's all for the community. So one of the things that I got hired for was to help run Capcom-Unity, and the big part of doing that is creating cool stuff for everybody else to talk about. And the best way to create cool stuff is to know what people like. And part of that definitely means being a fan. So a big part of my job is, being a fan of our games, being a fan of our site, and hanging out with you guys. And that's part of everything that I do. I try to make sure that when I'm at work, when I'm playing games, whatever it may be, that I'm online, not just sort of like hunkering down in some little shell, that my gamer tag, my PSN ID, my Monster Hunter ID, everything is out there. So if people want to play with me, if people want to, talk to me about anything for the community, about ideas for games, all that kind of stuff, that's what I do. I'm here for that. And it leads to all sorts of really cool ideas. I mean, that all led to it'd be really cool, because we used to do the Play Against Capcoms, and I remember doing the Play Against Capcom as a fan, playing against Capcom, and the whole time I was like, it'd be really cool if we recorded this. And so we started recording it, and it was just my little MacBook pointed at the TV screen at my desk at work when I started there, and I would record the matches, and then it would be it'd be really cool is if we get capture equipment and then actually capture the game and our audio and then upload that. So then we did that. Then we ended up talking to Ustream, and it'd be really cool is if we live stream everything. And then we had one little capture device and we were streaming everything. Then we ended up getting a webcam and we started streaming that, and then it turned into a mixer. And now it's a full-blown show. I mean, the last show we did was Comic-Con, and I had 13 different game feeds, 4 cameras, a ton of mics, full mixer. It's a full produced show now. And it's one of those things where we start off with something fun, and if it is fun, if everybody likes it, then we just go with it.
Yeah, I remember at E3 you had your own studio, and I do mean studio. He literally had super high quality microphones in there, and 3,000 laptops and a bunch of mix amps and
It's laboratory.
yeah, he really did. He looked like he was making music in there or something. But yeah, it was all streaming. I remember. Pretty sweet.
It's not nearly as high tech as it seems. It's all show.
Oh, excuse me. That was it's my fault. I'll just throw that under the bed. Anyway, yeah. Gosh. Well, we are about 9 minutes in, and we are not hunting anything. And this would be a Monster Hunter podcast unless we were hunting monsters, I believe. So we should probably get on that.
Let's go hunt some monsters.
So what are we doing first? All right, tragedy on the tundra.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say too. One of the things that like makes my job so fun
I
is
should
that
probably get a weapon.
one of the things that makes my job fun, and the reason I love doing it, and I've sort of stuck around, doing it, is as a guy who gets to see everything going on in the community and hear what everybody's asking for, and you see that nonstop. I mean, fans always want to be heard. I mean, I would want to be heard by any company that I was a fan of their products, and so I try to make sure that when I go in there and I talk to everybody, that I'm getting the full picture and I'm listening to people individually and as a whole, and I take that feedback and I bring it to everybody, from marketing to PR to our producers, our developers, some of the upper management, and it's a big part of everything. I mean, I write documents after all these big events and after various campaigns that we'll run, and it's all based on just trying to make sure that you guys get your voices heard.
So, guys, by hearing that, everything you say does matter. Just it takes time for things to happen.
It does. With Monster Hunter, it's different, right? Because Monster Hunter has never been the massive success here in the West that it has been in Japan. And
Yeah.
There's all a number of reasons for that, and I think one of the big things is that the popularity of culture and console in Japan is different than it is here. I mean, in the West, we like things at home. We like it on home consoles and HD, surround sound, on our big TVs. That's just the way we go. But in Japan, everything's focused on portability and having it on the go. So,
Trains.
being that Monster Hunter's been super successful in Japan, that's the reason why we've seen it on the consoles and everything that we have here.
So, but by that, does that mean that a home console version of Monster Hunter has a better chance of coming here as compared to a portable version, like portable third?
Yeah.
Portable third HD version.
So that too is also a hard question, because quite honestly, portable third is at a time where the PSP's life cycle, that by the time we, were do something with translation and localization, do all the QA on it and everything else, the Vita would be near launch. People wouldn't be buying PSP games anymore. They'd want Vita games. So it's really tough, tricky situation. But
I could definitely see it.
Yeah. Say we're leaving Monster Hunter fans in the dust. We are trying, and I personally am fighting very hard. I can't reveal or say exactly what specific things we're doing, but I can tell you for a fact we are definitely doing many things to try and get Monster Hunter back here in the West, and in English, of course. How and when, still all a big secret.
Well, I as a fan am quite content with hearing that.
Oh yeah.
Me too.
I
Excited.
got patience.
That's not coming from some random guy. Everyone, this is the dude who actually works at Capcom. So.
Keep saying that like it's gonna change. So
It's totally gonna change something, because people are gonna be like, oh.
it's like, you're fired. I'm like, all right, okay. Well, I guess.
No Monster Hunter. Sorry guys, Snow got fired. So
I'm pretty sure Monster Hunter would continue on here in the West, even if I were not here. The fans have built up a fan base and a huge community on Capcom-Unity alone, and a bunch of other communities that are all maintained and run by you guys. So that alone, I think, warrants the continuation for trying to make Monster Hunter successful here. And it's one of those things that, as a business, when you see Monster Hunter take off like it has in Japan, they sell like 5 million in 30 days or whatever crazy number it is. You don't ignore that. You got to try and figure out how to make that work on a global basis, especially for a game company. I mean, entertainment is worldwide. So, from a business end of things, I don't think you'll see Monster Hunter disappear.
Good. That's all I have to say about that. It's just good.
It's because we love this game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I wasted. Not wasted. Not wasted, but I
Spent.
spent. I say wasted because it was just so many years. It was like my entire like high school years. So it definitely wasn't wasted, but it was indeed spent.
Was that like last year? Or? I'm being a jerk.
That was like last year on. Sad to say, but it really was.
All right.
Well, yeah, last year included. I mean, and all the other previous years, I spent like about 3 to 4 years playing Monster Hunter. I don't know, it might have been longer, but yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm sorry. I am not like focusing on this quest at all. I started off on this quest and I didn't eat. And as soon as I spawned, I was right here. I turn around and I see 2 Bergoth flying down from the sky, and I'm like, "Aw, crap!" So, not fully aware of what's going on. So aside from Monster, I mean, what other games do you play? Capcom related? Monster surely can't be the only one.
Yeah, there's a lot. Quite honestly, as one, well, I'll put this in perspective. For community overall, there's technically now 3 of us. So you guys know Gregaman, who previously worked on the Mega Man Legends dev room.
Yeah.
Very cool guy.
Yes.
He's a great guy. We actually play Try at lunch at work. So
Nice.
Greg is now helping out on Capcom-Unity as a whole, no longer just sort of confined to dev room activities. And then, of course, there's the ever-legendary bearded hero, Seth Killian.
Oh yeah.
So, the 3 of us, as far as the U.S. and most of North America, are the community team. So, between the 3 of us, we manage the community efforts of our various products and games. So, that said, since there are only 3 of us, we sort of divide all of our responsibilities between all the games. So while we have our favorites, and it's no secret that I definitely am partial to Monster Hunter, I work on all our games. So everything from Resident Evil Raccoon City to Street Fighter Cross Tekken, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom, Asura's Wrath, Dragon's Dogma, you name it.
Dragon's Dogma.
And then, of course, in the past, I mean, you know, starting with one of my first big projects when I came to Capcom was Lost Planet 2. So it's a wide range of all Capcom products, and we're doing all sorts of fun things now too. Like I've recently been super pleased and privileged to be working with the Capcom mobile team. So now with like all our iPhone games, like Monster Hunter Dynamic Hunting for one, those guys are talking directly to us. So we hear about what they're going to be doing for that stuff, and we get to give them a little feedback and give them as much promotion as we can. So try to get the fans involved. So
Sweet.
if you haven't got Dynamic Hunting, go get it.
I don't have iPhone or iTouch or iPod or
I
whatever.
played it, but you know, not for long because my friend took it away from me. But
Oh, what a jerk.
yeah, no, but no, I played it.
There's
God,
no
you're
good
getting
things
beat
about
up over there. Okay. Speaking of dynamic hunting, I don't know if you could actually answer this question, but how did dynamic hunting do? I was really interested in that.
Gosh.
I don't actually know the numbers, but I checked the reviews the other day, and it was great. The reviews are almost all super positive, and a lot of them are previous Monster Hunter fans, so it's really, really cool to look on there and see that there's people who play Monster Hunter, and got this version. While it's a little bit different, you know, it's definitely like yeah, I'll call it casual hunter. You know, it's made for fast little, you know, bites of Monster Hunter fun. It's still obviously hitting everybody's hunting fancy, so that was really good to see, especially since after I had gotten my hands on it before we were releasing it and everything else, I had fun with it, and I thought it was going to be great. So anyway, I don't mean to sound like I'm tooting the Capcom sales horn, but the game's fun. With touch controls, I mean, there's not much else you can do as far as making Monster Hunter work, unless you got a controller attachment or something. Which
is there a controller attachment?
There's not that'll work with Monster Hunter anyway.
That'll be
get
nice.
Back to us. Get back to us when that happens.
Yeah.
Oh, Moses.
Kendall, be quiet. You're using a sword like a long sword. You have no room for criticism.
Criticize whatever I want, you know?
No.
Yeah.
Well, jeez. This is like trying to focus on this, like, so did you just Felvine Bomb that thing?
Yeah, I did. I was kind of angry at him.
Oh. Very understandable.
So I do. He keeps
He's like biting you and just leaving.
he does. I'm not doing too well. I'm wearing a mix of armor because I thought I'd try and look cool instead of bring something, you know, actually worthwhile on this quest. I probably should have thought that out.
Well, I think it looks fabulous.
Styling.
That's my approach in real life too.
Clothes that don't protect you, and that look better.
Well, that's why Baroth is going for him. He's jelly.
I take fabulous over practical.
Yeah.
Yep.
Whoa.
Guys. Okay, well. I don't think we actually even have any strategy for this guy. We're just kind of running in there.
Running and just
Yep.
hitting him.
Just stop moving.
No strategy at all.
Yeah, it's like we're not even aiming for the wings or anything. So, I had actually, I had a question pertaining to the whole operation thing that Social Distance or Shepard and I are doing, and that is Project Cherry Blossom, and we're wondering how much of an influence
Did
does
you just get the
something
name
like
of
that have?
the project wrong? You called it Project Cherry
You
Blossom.
did. He did.
Isn't it Project Cherry Blossom?
It's Operation Cherry Blossom.
I call it Project. Well, I wanted to call it Project, and that name got really stuck in my head because I thought the name Project just sounded a lot cooler. But then Shepard was like, "We're calling things Operations." I'm like, "Okay." but seriously, I mean, how much does anything like that impact decisions or anything of that sort? I mean,
You know, I'm not going to say it does nothing, and I'm not going to say it's a guarantee. The thing is, there's all sorts of factors that go into the decisions made to make games.
yeah,
So, with Monster Hunter in particular, the community is important as far as establishing itself as something that Capcom can use, you know, to continue to grow Monster Hunter, to make it, you know, appealing to fans here, to continue pleasing fans, and of course to sell games. So the problem, like I stated earlier, right now, it's Monster Hunter's in a weird time, especially since right now we're at the point where the portable third was just was basically just released before the Vita was announced. PlayStation Vita's, you know, out. It's being rumored to be coming out soon. And so by the time, you know, we could do something like localize it, PlayStation Vita would out, no one would care about PSP games anymore. So it's one of those things where, from that perspective, do we localize it for the PSP and then risk losing money? How would the fans react to that? Would they still want to buy it? And we know there's a couple thousand of you that would. But we need to sell more than just a couple thousand to, cover what we invest in localization and QA. So it's a tricky business, and unfortunately, while we do want to keep making games for fans, and if it were up to me, we'd have all of them over here, but don't leave it up to me because then Capcom would be broke, spending money bringing every month.
I was about to say, man, I'm not sure which business you would be running and for how long.
Yes, that's pretty much the case. I mean, I literally have a new idea for how we can do something with Monster Hunter every single day. And sometimes I just go and make a fool of myself, and then someone explains to me the business side of things and how it might be possible, but we need to approach it differently. And my attitude and my mentality is all very, let's just do it. Let's do something. But there's a certain amount of quality that you want to do things with. And especially when it comes to localizing, I don't know if you guys feel this way or not, but I feel like the localization in Tri is the best it's ever been in a Western Monster Hunter game. Sorry, Conti.
That's fine. It's pretty damn good.
So we spent a lot more time, we put a lot more effort in trying to make Monster Hunter Tri feel a little bit more Western in the localization. We didn't just straight up localize the text. We tried to do something different with the story. We tried to really make the characters more interesting, do some fun stuff with humor, and all of that is thanks to our localization team. I mean, you got to look at some of the 80s songs jokes in the Quest. I don't know if you guys are that old or not. I guess I'm dating myself, but
nope.
Yeah. Anyway, well, if you're old enough to know, and catch some of the songs, Into the Danger Zone, and silly little things like that. That's all due to our localization team and a bunch of stuff that we wanted to add there, just based on humor and our own experiences in Western culture. It's just having fun with it, and I think Tri is the first time we literally had fun with localizing a Monster Hunter game versus just trying to localize straight Japanese text. I had a tendency to rant and get off track, so please.
No, you answered that quite well. It's just I was actually really distracted because all I heard was the sound of snowmen's breaking, like we were all frozen up with.
I was gonna try and kick you guys.
All I
You
heard
kept
was
running around.
Just everyone was just
I thought everyone was snowman. That was we're all doomed.
So I was really distracted by that. So, oh gosh, I completely lost what I was gonna say. Well,
Oh boy.
yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense, I guess.
What happens when you're a snowman?
Yeah, that's what happens when you get brain freeze. You forget what you were gonna say.
Ugh.
Yeah.
See what you did there?
Life is tough. Life is tough. Oh, I remember now. Jeez, that took forever. So, would you guys ever? This is regarding commercials. We all really loved Ironbeard.
Oh yeah.
Really, really loved that guy. And would he ever be? Is it likely for him to return in the future for promoting Monster games, or you guys ever thought about that?
I mean, I think we'll think about it when we have a game that we're gonna bring here for certain. That's the thing, so this is why we're so sort of, secretive and coy about what we're saying to bring Monster here. Yes, we're gonna do something for Monster Hunter, but even we don't know what yet. We have a bunch of ideas and we got a bunch of things that we'd like to plan for, but as far as the West goes, we don't have anything super specific yet. So until we have something set in stone, and at that point we'll be shouting it from the roofs, letting you guys know that we have another Monster Hunter coming. But until that point, we don't want to say something and then have to take it back. So we haven't done anything really for planning, for marketing campaigns, commercials, doing something interesting like we did with Ironbeard or anything like that. Would we like to bring him back? I think he was great. I'd love to see him come back. And as an actor, he's a great guy. He's actually a football coach in real life. He's really fun. So, no carne de monster.
Wait, where the hell are we going?
What a meanie.
Why are you following me?
Damn it! I don't know. This always happens.
I
This
don't know.
always happens.
It really does.
Yeah, guys, just to let you know right now, we're actually all really close friends with Snow, and whenever we play Monster Hunter, oh crap, he always ends up going the wrong way, and then everyone follows him.
What? I can't believe it. No, that does not.
How did you get hit?
That does not happen.
It does happen every time. It happens
And
right now.
I honestly wasn't following. I figured he'd go there.
I think I taught Kendall how to flash bomb though.
I don't know about all that.
By the way you're doing it, I'd say I taught you.
No. I've been hearing about you.
Oh yeah.
Flash.
Let's bring up
Yup,
that because
yeah,
this is a
yeah.
good thing to bring up, everyone.
I don't bring flash bombs anymore because
Guess why?
Monster Hunter hates me. That's why.
It's because he's really bad with them.
You know what? It's better that I don't bring them. That's what I say. I purposely didn't bring him on this podcast so I wouldn't make a fool of myself with him. And the thing is, my pride gets to me. You know, I throw it, I miss, and I'm like, I did not just miss that. Then I get angry and I throw another one, and then I miss it out of pure rage.
That happens,
And
man.
it's just step and repeat, and then before you know it, all 5 are gone, and then before you know it, the next quest, it's not just flash bombs. I'm bringing flash bugs and bomb material. Then I'm making it.
And then before you know it, find all of them and none of them work.
Exactly.
It's okay. We are about 30 minutes in, and we have not completed this.
Oh
You're
boy.
gonna rant so
Yeah.
hard.
So, Snow, working at Capcom and being a fan of the series, has working, actually within the industry changed the way you view things as a fan? I'm sure that's a fairly obvious question, but I'm sure some people would actually like to know that. How does that affect you? I mean, you're a fan and you work there. How do you handle that?
There's obviously a lot more to trying to make sure that you're not just like I said before. If it were up to me as a fan, I'd bring every Monster Hunter I could over here and level up.
Be
But
the happiest fan base ever.
your perspective changes when you realize that this is more than just. It's more than just about localizing a game and, for lack of a better word, just pooping out, poor localization and everything else. You want to have some sort of quality to it. And Try was one of those things where we worked real hard to plan everything ahead of time, and we worked with Japan for that. We worked with Japan, to get this project, and one of the things that I was really glad that we were able to do was that upon release day in Japan, we announced Monster Hunter Tri was coming here. And the circumstances were right, and everything fell into place, and it was a fantastic announcement day for me. I was so excited to be able to say that and to put it out there. And I'm sure you guys remember that announcement blog, but that was one of the happiest things I've ever done in my job, is announce Monster Hunter Tri for everybody, for the world, for the West.
Hell yeah, man.
Try is coming.
Yeah, and you have no idea how long I've been waiting to say more Monster Hunter. Even with Monster Hunter Dynamic Hunting, that day was amazing to be able to say that simultaneously with Japan, we're releasing Monster Hunter for iPhone.
Oh.
that was fun. I mean, it was great to finally say that this is the first ever simultaneous release of a Monster Hunter game worldwide. So, anyway, like I was saying, there's a very specific quality that we want to go for. And so, although as a fan I'd like to bring everything here, the reality is that you need to please fans to the utmost. You want to make sure that you just don't give them a localization. You give them a game that's good. You give them a game that's relevant, it's topical, timely, and matters. So I think for the West, the PSP isn't as popular as it is in Japan. But the PS3 is, I think, where a lot of people would want to play. And so, to me, Portable Third HD does make more sense if we were to try and localize that. But at the moment, like I've been saying, there's nothing set in stone. Do I want it here? Of course I do. I want every Monster Hunter here. But there's a lot that goes into it. And there's a lot of things that we have to do. So just bringing it here isn't an option because there's a lot of things that have to take place that aren't Capcom's responsibility. For instance, on the Sony side of things, Ad Hoc Party is getting a lot of changes. Ad Hoc Party is getting updated in Japan to support the PSP remaster titles that Japan's releasing. So those games don't come built in with support for online in the PSN. Ad Hoc Party is their solution for that. And as of right now, there's no plans to really do PSP remaster titles by Sony here in the West. And that said, there's no plans to update Ad Hoc Party here in the West to actually support the online functionality. So although we could bring the game here, there would be no way for anybody to do anything other than single player. They couldn't play with it. So, like I said, there's all sorts of things that get in the way that aren't necessarily just straight up localization. And like I said, we could just poop it out and give it to everybody and be like, there's your Monster Hunter, there's your HD, there's your PS3 version, and then no online. You know, crummy translation because we rushed it out. No poor localization and then at that, if we didn't take the time to QA everything, you run into like text that overruns boxes and misspellings. Just if people don't test it before we submit it, I mean, all of that takes time. It takes investment, and so that's why it does take time to bring Monster Hunter here to the West and finding the right time and finding the right sort of Oh, sorry, there's a quest up and I'm ranting. Anyway, it's just meeting the right conditions, and right now there aren't the right conditions for it.
Actually, I have one question about that. So, as you said, Ad Hoc Party would need an update in order to have it really work with Portable Third to work with its portable Third HD version for it to work with the portable counterpart to it, the PSP version. That's for Japan, of course. But would other PSP remaster titles work that way as well? Would they require an update for Ad Hoc Party, such as I know not Peace. Well, yeah, it is Peace Walker. Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker is being remastered as well, I believe. Wouldn't they need an update as well for Ad Hoc Party in order to get it to work, or is it a different update that they would use? Or
No, yeah. So Ad Hoc Party is being changed to support the PSP remaster titles there for online. So that's as a whole. So while it would be great for us to do something with Monster Hunter specifically here in the West, we still need the as a whole package to come out here. And so because that's not supported, because for the moment Sony has no plans to do that. So because of that, we don't have any way to actually bring Portable Third HD Edition out here where you could play it online. So because of that, we're still waiting. So we hope to hear something soon.
My Wii just froze on me.
Yeah, we actually all saw that you left the city, and then no one said anything because we were listening to something that was super interesting. So
I know. I know.
Well,
I'm
and
coming back.
this isn't necessarily news either. This is something that myself and I'm sure many of you know Sven or Christian Svensson. He's in the forums and he's in the Ask Capcom section of Capcom-Unity. And there's even a thread in Capcom that he responded to, I believe, even back as far as 2 months ago, and said the exact same thing.
the live stream as well.
And on the live stream. So this isn't exactly new. So I know a lot of you might know this, and I don't mean to repeat it, but the fact of it is nothing's really changed for now.
Interesting.
Hopefully soon.
Well, crap. I've been asking so many questions, and I feel bad. I made a question thread for you, and a lot of people have asked questions. And we're 40 minutes in, so we should probably cater to them because
Lightning roll.
Probably.
I could look at it and lightning roll.
Do you want to ask the questions, Kendall?
I would
kicked
be
out of the
honored.
group?
Yeah,
Alright,
since
well-
Monster Hunter doesn't like me today.
Not only that, I'm talking too much, but okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Kendall.
All right. Snow, are you ready?
Oh man, I like your voice better than Moises' anyway. So
Well,
Oh,
I'm done with this.
I'm sorry, Moses.
Breathing.
All right. These first few questions are the pink, also known as Wes. Wes, why you ask so many questions? I'm
He
still
did a
on
good
that.
job of limiting
He
himself.
did.
We're all proud
All
of
right.
this.
Well, his first serious question is, while it's pretty common to see us ask for more Monster Hunter merchandise, he was wondering if there are plans to ever restock the Monster Hunter merchandise in the Capcom store. The keychains have been sold out for quite some time.
yeah. Well, restock probably not, but getting more stuff, yes. The reason for that is that our store. All right, let me back up. A lot of you probably know about e-capcom.com, which is our Japanese store. They have like 20 or more people working on that store. We have 2. So to sort of like give you guys a little bit of perspective on how our store is run, and especially with Monster Hunter stuff, almost all of that is imported. And when Japan sells that to us from their store, they charge us basically retail. And then we have to pay for shipping to get it here and into the store. And then we got to put it in the warehouse. And then the warehouse charges us something. So by the time we sell that Monster Hunter stuff, we're not making any money. We're putting it there because we love you guys. And it's really hard for me to get the store to put that stuff in there because the store is, well, a store, and they need to make money. So anytime I basically ask them to put something Monster Hunter related in, they cringe and they're like, eh. Yes, there will be more stuff. Restocking, probably not, just because it's really hard to get that stuff. We have to import it. I like to show off stuff because we get samples every now and then. So,
We see.
yeah, I know. If you're
I'm a jerk.
if you're on the Facebook page or the Twitter, you probably see me showing off stuff all the time. But the good news is that I save everything that I get. And while I'd love to create a treasure trove of my own and lock it away for my own self keeping and swim in it like Scrooge McDuck, I have it all set aside for the already leaked and teased by you guys Monster Hunter Festa for Capcom-Unity or whatever we're going to call it. So it will be loads and loads of prizing for tournaments and time trials we're going to run. So if you guys aren't good at Monster Hunter, start warming up. This will be a way to get some of that import goodies.
Don't you kindle me, Moses.
I just got
Next
hit by a
question.
lightning bolt.
Yeah, well, the second question is, can you explain the cycle of the Unity raffles? I see that stuff seems to be put up whenever, and I have yet to notice a pattern in how long the raffle stays up. Some
Yeah.
stay up longer than others. What is the master plan?
There is no master plan. It's basically me doing it when I get time to do it. So, as I said before, we're a small team. I apologize. I know things seem, oh crap, I'm gonna faint. You know, I apologize if things seem sporadic. There really is no master plan. It's when I remember and have time, I update it. It's actually a huge project. Our raffle system is not exactly the best, and the good news is that we're redesigning it and trying to make it better for the future. So while it's not too great now, put up with it. Put up with me. I'm really sorry. It's all me. It's my fault.
Deal with it.
It's not really deal with it. Tell me what you hate about it. Tell me everything you want changed, because I will do everything I can in my power to change it. We're working on a redesign right now. I have a whole list of features that I would love to see in the raffles and auctions to make it easier for me to do, but then also more fun for everybody. Because, I mean, like I said before, it's one of those things where, like, we experiment, try things for the heck of it. We tried auctions and raffles, and they turned out fun, and we're like, man, we should keep doing this. And then we're like, man, this is really time-consuming and a whole lot of work in our clunky system, so we should probably try and redo it. So we are going to redo it, make it better. But that probably won't roll out until we actually roll out the redesign of Capcom-Unity. So.
No, it's not redesign.
Redesign.
Yeah.
Yep.
That all sounds fun and dandy.
Oh, it should be fun. I think you'll probably see the MonsterHunterCommunity.com redesign though first. So
Right.
keep your eye on that. I have some fun plans for that one.
Sweet.
Tease. Well, all right. His third question. Recently, you have started adding badges, opening up features, and trying to engage the community a bit more than we've seen lately. Is this a sign of things to come for Monster Hunter, the community you seem to be targeting? Or is it just the start of a new growth phase for Unity, and as such, Monster Hunter being one of your favorite series, you chose to springboard the growth from that section?
I'm going to say a little both.
Ooh,
Yeah, sounds like it.
it does.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no secret that we want more Monster Hunter here, so of course we're going to try and build up and get everybody excited. And it's also no secret that I love Monster Hunter and love spending time with you guys, so I'm building a nice big community, so when we actually have something to say, you'll have plenty, there'll be plenty of people and plenty of you guys to come back and tell me and Capcom what you want. We're listening.
They're listening. They're listening, people.
Make your voice heard.
Well, yeah, I just want to say, like, there's two things that I was so glad to get in for you guys and try. And it seems like little things, but there's actually 5 big things in try. But the 2 that I was super proud of was they're fan things. And one of them was everybody's just like, why do you remove all the weapons from the Famitsu stuff and the Dengeki and Jump? Like, all those are gone. Why do you hate us? And I was like, we can't do this to the U.S. fans anymore. We got to do something. They're just like, well, they don't really know what Famitsu and Dengeki is. And I'm just like, well, let them come up with something. And they're like, you mean like draw new weapons? And I'm like, well, yeah, that's sure. Yes, that's what I mean. Build the weapons. Lo and behold, we throw a contest where you guys create weapons and we put them in the game.
Sinister Saint and Lion's Bane.
The other thing that everybody was all uppity about was just like, oh, the blood sucks, why do you take it out? You should leave it like it is in Japan. There's other people who are like, oh man, I don't mind. I like the lower amount of blood. And so we put in an option. There's normal, which is basically just as it is in Japan, or there's mild, which basically turns it off. So it's one of those things where, to me, it was like, they're small things, but the Monster Hunter players wanted that stuff. And while it may seem little, I was very excited to actually make a difference there and have you guys make the difference. I was just your loudspeaker. I didn't really do anything. I just sort of said, this stuff matters, although it's small. But then there's also a lot of big things which were universal, right? Like free online play, for one.
Yeah,
Getting this game getting this game online for free was definitely a trick. So,
Trick of the
Well,
trades.
we all really appreciate it, especially
Oh,
me,
yeah.
because I has no money.
well,
I has no money.
yeah.
And
Well,
it's free.
Capcom pays for the servers still. I mean, we pay for it. We just eat the cost. But we're doing it. We're continuing to eat the cost because, you know, we like you guys and we want you guys to like Monster Hunter and have as much fun with it as you can. And we realize that you guys, especially in the West, Monster Hunter is one of those games where, you know, you probably buy Monster Hunter and you're not going to be buying a lot of games throughout the year. You don't really have a whole lot of money to spend, and to tell you the truth, I don't have money to spend like that. So having it free was very important to us to make sure that everybody could keep enjoying it as long as they wanted to.
Alrighty.
Right on.
Sorry, that was I rant. You can just tell me to shut up, Kendall.
Oh no,
Yeah,
no,
Kendall.
this is all informational. This is all informational. Go on, I'm intrigued. But the next question: what's the deal with the blog approval system? It makes the blogs really annoying to write up, post, and edit. Is there any way you can address, change this, remove the approval, make it so only the first media included blog requires approval, etc.?
We're working on a fix, and right now, what we're doing is something. Well, I'll tell you how it works kind of right now. It was an early system that we implemented through our vendor, OneSite, which is the company that built the framework for what the social network of Capcom-Unity is hosted on. This is one of their features, and we've asked them, and I'm not sure how exactly they take our feedback sometimes, but we asked them to update it, and I think they're going to do it. So right now it's built basically because they have a whole network of other websites besides Capcom-Unity that are hosted on their platform. So this is made to catch bots and people who look and post like bots. So my suggestion is to post less like a bot for now. But we have a fix coming soon, I think, that will address your anger.
Wes is angry. It's just Wes. All right, his next question. You try at lunch has sparked interest from many. I guess he's talking about when you played try at your lunch.
I do. I bring my Wii every day to work and plug it in. I have a separate little plug-in there at my desk. Play try at lunch.
It's dedication. He said it's a strange question from him. Can you get us a video of YouTube playing the game? Now, I do not mean gameplay videos such a live stream. He actually wants a video of you two physically playing the game. He just seems it would be comical to watch.
I mean, I suppose so. It's usually like me stuffing my face with a salad, controller in one hand, and eating, and then explaining to Greg the differences of grinder jewels versus sharpness jewels. How is that not the same thing?
I just imagine like a controller covered in like ranch dressing. It's just Greg over there going, "Oh, dude, pass the controller, bro."
I wish I could eat ranch dressing. I'm on a feline diet right now, man. No wheats, sweets, or mammal meats. I ate a healthy diet of feline food, cat food in a can.
Dude, that's intense.
Awesome.
Like camping, or
like camping on hardwood with no shoes. Yeah.
Well, all right. I hope you're ready for fast answers because there's a lightning round coming up from Wes. Are you ready?
Sure.
All right. Favorite monster?
Don't have one.
Gotta be quick. Favorite weapon?
I love them all. They're like my children.
Favorite armor?
Same.
Best armor skill?
Don't have a best armor skill. I'm just gonna. This is not a lightning round answer.
Oh.
I have an armor skill, or a skill and an armor and a weapon for just about every monster, and I do things uniquely. Right now in this podcast, I'm basically sticking to one, but I like to have a specific setup for every monster, and sometimes multiple for monster, depending on area and people I'm playing with, etc.
All right. Why don't Felvine bombs do damage?
What'd you say?
Why don't Felvine bombs do damage?
It's a gag.
Best game for Mac OS X.
Minecraft.
Moses or Frosted?
Ooh, I'm gonna say Kendall.
All right. Well, I win. Best method to kill Atrion?
You know,
What did you say?
I said hit it till it dies.
Until it dies. I like that. Do you like the color pink?
Of course, I like all colors.
And that's all the questions from Wes. Thank you, Wes, once again with your questions in the lightning round.
So I'll have you know that you did not pass that lightning round.
Yeah, you failed, but it's okay.
It's okay.
I'm not a light. I'm a ranter. I'm a ranter and a guy who likes to talk right out of my butt. So you know.
Man, it's just because you didn't pick him. You mad?
You guys done with that question? I really like to join back up with you guys. It's really lonely out here.
I'm sorry. I think actually someone joined our town.
Yeah.
You would. You would.
No, you would, because you
No.
didn't come back.
My game froze. You know, it's.
You know what? Keep asking questions.
Yeah, I was like, don't let me get me arguing with you. All right. These next questions are from Tony Z. And his first question is, has Capcom considered naming the next Monster Hunter game Monster Hunter 4?
Well, if I'm assuming he's like talking about a Monster Hunter 4 or something.
Yes.
I mean, if we go in the Latin terminology for our various numbers, and probably, but at the moment, nothing that I've heard of.
Oh. No confirmed for Monster Hunter 4. I'm sorry.
Sorry,
Sorry. Nice try. Next question: how is Operation Cherry Blossom going? Is it creating an angry mob of bloodthirsty Monster Hunter fans that will stop at nothing to get Monster Hunter Portable 3rd?
Nah, I mean, I don't look at Monster Hunter fans as an angry mob. I mean, I consider myself I consider myself a fan too. I play a lot of Monster Hunter. I love it. I try to play with everybody and get to know everybody and try and represent that as best as I can to Capcom. And so, you guys are more like friends than an angry mob to me. So, I don't think I've ever met anyone in Monster Hunter that has just straight up angered me. Like, anyway, I know that's a sort of dodging the question, as it were, but no angry mob. All good feelings. All
Can I
great.
get in here?
Everybody chiming in.
What town are you guys in? I forgot.
Never mind. Keep asking questions.
I see how it is. No, Moses. Bang. Zoom. Straight back to Moga. All right. Next question. Tony's you asked, do you want it to create an angry mob of bloodthirsty Monster Hunter fans that will stop at nothing to get Monster Hunter Portable 3rd?
I like the enthusiasm. I don't want fans to become angry because then it just comes off as it sounds like a small group of people. Anger always comes off, and on the internet it just looks like it comes from a few people creating a bunch of multiple accounts to do it. The supportive talk and the supportive kind of voices we've been getting so far is more of what I like. Angry mob isn't going to help. Support for the game will.
So, no angry mobs.
No angry mobs.
No angry mobs. All right. His next question is, do you like cats or dogs more? Cats include Meowxes. Meowx.
I am definitely a dog kind of guy, so.
Oh, me too.
Oh.
Aw,
Dogs for the win. Yeah.
whatever.
Lisa's 2v2.
Yeah, 2v2.
All
Although I
right.
don't have any dogs or cats, so.
No pets.
Nope.
Oh. One day.
Get one, maybe.
One day. All right.
Kendall.
His what?
Valor 1, City Gate 3, City 26. Open.
Say it again.
Damn it, Kendall! Open. Valor 1, City Gate 3.
Kendall,
City
warp to me.
26.
My thing is set to busy.
I don't have you added.
What?
Wow,
You-
you know what? This guy
I-
doesn't even. You know what? It's okay, Snow. You can just go back to hiding and kind of doesn't deserve to
Can we
come
just
back.
end the podcast now? My feelings are hurt.
Well, you didn't
All
add
right.
me.
Well, anyways, guys.
You didn't add me. I'm hurt.
I have you on my friends list. That's how I got in the room. I warped to you.
Oh,
Man, well, I didn't see you on mine.
sounds like this podcast is over.
You know, I'm going to get back to the questions.
Do it, please.
Feelings are hurt in the podcast.
Confirmed. All right, Tony C's last question is, where's Yang Kaku?
He is taking a tiny vacation. He was tired of being stuck in the deep fryer and turned into delicious chicken treats.
He deserves the break.
I don't think we've seen the last of Ian Kaku.
It's in our hearts.
Wasn't dynamic hunting, but, you know, it's all right.
It was a nice guest appearance.
He deserves a bigger one.
I
I
agree.
think he does. You agree?
I agree.
Oh. Conti, you agree?
He's gonna have to take the lead role in an upcoming title, man.
He's on the cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's all the questions from Tony Z.
Thanks, Tony.
Thanks, Tony. Next question is from Ether. And he asks, every time I try to talk to Snow, he ignores me. Why?
I don't think I ignore him. I actually read it. I just don't respond.
Yeah, that's not ignoring. It's not like he sees like it's Heather. It's like, oh crap, better ignore this guy. And like doesn't, you know.
Heather, just so you know, I don't feel like you troll. I don't feel like you say misinformation at all in the community, and you don't say anything super crazy. So I've never had the need to like sort of go in there and like respond. Like you're doing awesome. What? You want me to tell you? You're doing awesome, Heather. A heart shape. I'm making a heart shape with my hand right now.
So Heather, in order to get attention from Snow, you have to do all the things. So get on it.
Do not do that. Do not want any of that at all.
He wants all that.
Please, no, please.
All right, next question.
All right, this next question is from Kenade, and she just asked, my question for Snow is hi. That's all she wanted to say.
Hi.
Kanade, thank you for helping
Kenade.
over at the MH. I really appreciate that. I just want to tell you thanks so much, really. Play some Monster next time. Okay, well anyway, I'm done with that.
All right, these next few questions are from MH Dude, and he asks, who is your favorite monster and why?
Yeah, I think it's the same as earlier. I don't really have a favorite monster per se. So
All right, his next
And then
question is, what's your favorite weapon class and why? I think you covered that too.
yeah, and to tell you the truth, I made a different weapon in every single Monster Hunter game, and I actually have been trying to break the main thing and just balance myself out, play every single weapon, get to know all its ins and outs for each game.
Ooh. All right, his next question he wants to know is, how often do you get the time to play games?
Not as much as I would like. I play at lunch at work for Monster Hunter recently, and then this is the first time I've played at home in probably a week. I used to be able to play a lot more, but I am a married man and I do work a lot, so I don't have as much time to play as I would really hope to. Although I will say, Monster Hunter is the one game that I basically play. So when it comes down to it, I have thousands of hours now into Monster Hunter because that's basically all I do. Where's Conti? You coming in here?
I'm here.
Monster Hunter all day.
It's Kendall.
Oh, where are you, Kendall?
I'm lost. Because me and Moses got to arguing. He didn't tell me the whole thing.
Kendall.
What,
Kendall.
Moses?
Oops. Warp to me.
What?
Right now. Warp to me.
Warp to you? I just...
Warp to me.
Alright, hold on.
Hurry before someone else warps to me. Because I guarantee you, someone has me added, and someone will warp here so fast, and that'll be it.
Wow, aren't you humble?
It is. You wouldn't believe it, Snow. You don't even know. You don't even know.
Oh,
Don't even know. Let me guess, it's full, right?
I'm teasing you.
it was full. Hold on, I'm trying again.
I don't know why I haven't changed my weapon. I'm being really boring as far as my armor and weapons in this podcast. I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay.
I like using all Latron gear and just being like derp derp.
All right, I'm coming.
You
All
should
right.
you should be naked.
It's alright. At least you didn't do it for like 9 episodes or 7 episodes in a
You want
row.
me to? You want me to do this naked?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Uh,
What quest are we doing naked?
Kuro.
Back up.
Oh, Kuru. Oh, this should be fun. Why
Oh.
I'm asking?
I thought we were doing my request. I guess we didn't get my request in there, huh? That's-
We didn't. I'm sorry. We're actually really short on time.
you,
Very short on time.
uh,
That's what happens.
Right, boy. I guess I should continue these questions, huh?
Whip them out.
Whip them out. All right, these next questions are from Despicable Uzi.
Lucy.
Yeah, and he asks, "Why won't you post my blog?"
your blog disappeared on me, buddy. I don't know what you want me to do there.
Well, you better go
Uh-oh.
find it, Uzi.
Yeah.
And this next question: Why was it approved, then by de-approved straight after?
I have no idea what happened to your blog. I approved it and then it disappeared. So
He wants to know, will he get his badge?
I don't know. I hope you typed it in Word and saved it first.
Oh.
Oh. Ooh.
It looked pretty good. It looked really good. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, I should clarify. If you are listening and you're not on Capcom-Unity, which I hope that's not the case, but if it is, go on to Capcom-Unity. If you consider yourself a pro, write me up something about Monster Hunter. Write me up about a weapon, about monsters, whatever you want. I don't care. Send it to me, and then I'll feature it on the blog. I'll put it all over for the thousands of other Monster Hunter fans who are on the site and on our Twitter and on our Facebook, and they can all read it and marvel at your wisdom.
Marvel.
Then I will give you a tiny Felvine Bomb badge for the community site.
Yeah.
And the only people with those right now are the people who have done these write-ups. So
I'll do one soon. It'll be about Felvine bombing and how it's done best.
all right.
Can't wait to read that.
It'll be a video.
It'll be video. All right.
No,
Uzi's next question is, how do you post blogs on the Monster Hunter section?
If you have joined the group, you can go into the group, go to blog, and add blog post. Or if you've written a blog, you should be able to syndicate it through the options there. It should show you what groups you can post it to. And then from there, you should be able to, of course, send it to it. So when you send it to that group, it'll say pending approval. And then I'll get a little note that says the blog has been set to be approved. And if I want to approve it, I'll go in there.
You fool! Yeah, what do you gotta say about that?
What's going on over there?
nothing.
He fell back on himself, what?
Felvine bombed yourself? Is that what I just
Shut
heard? Goodness gracious.
Oh, I'm sad now. Oh.
Jeez.
Anyway.
It's up to you.
Shut up.
Alright, Uzi's next question is, why did his points freeze?
It sounds like, dude, you might want to like clear your cookies or something. I don't know what's going on with you.
I know.
These are freaking out.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that was late.
Uh-oh.
Get it over here. I want to bomb him.
Okay.
I don't want to step too close to that bomb.
I'm not going to throw a paintball or anything at it. Oh, God.
Oh. But no!
What
He
happened?
just walked up to me!
Oh!
So who wants to set those bombs off early at Joe's feet?
God, that was scary. All I did was turn around and there was Devil Joe face there and I died.
We're doing it. We're doing it. I don't care what anyone says. We're doing this. Naked.
Oh my god.
Kendall, why aren't you asking questions?
Kendall,
What?
you fall asleep at the controller?
No, I didn't fall asleep. I'm trying to run away from this devil joke. What's wrong with you?
Why? He's a cool
Alright.
guy.
He's pretty mean.
That's really it for Wheezy's questions.
Yeah, it is. I'm trying to run away and look at the questions at the same time. This is hard.
Next question.
Next
Next questions are from, I believe it's pronounced Saker. Pretty much that question was answered. Saker asked, how did you get to the position you are in now?
Long story short, I'll keep it quick, but there's a lot more detail in here. I was a big Lost Planet fan. Ran into a guy on Capcom-Unity who, or a guy on Lost Planet playing it on Xbox Live. Kicked my butt. Asked him how he knew so much. He said Capcom-Unity. Went on the site, joined, learned a bunch, met some Capcom people, did a bunch of fan art, did freelance design. 2 years later, got offered a position, and took it.
By being a fan.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, there's a lot more in between there. But the gist of it was I was a big-time Capcom fan, and I also happened to, obviously, they saw something in me that they felt they could use, so it was a perfect opportunity. Fame. I would not like to fake by this Devil Joe.
I mean,
Ooh!
Aww.
Oh,
wait, who fainted the first time?
Moses.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Okay, well, anyway.
Look at him trying to dodge it.
Um,
You want
Wow.
the sad part?
uh,
I had just taken a max potion.
Ooh.
Like, my life was full health, and one swipe killed me.
that
I had all 150, and it was gone.
50 don't mean nothing.
Devil Joe.
Doesn't mean anything when you're naked. I should have worn chakra and then just said I was naked.
Demon.
You would. Let's see. Next question from Sager is, did you always want to work for Capcom?
Not always, but I wanted to basically, once I joined Capcom-Unity and saw that, you know what, this whole designing thing is what I've been planning to do, and I was a designer. I wasn't in Community at all. And I hopped on the Community, and I had a lot of fun there, but I was focusing on trying to get a job as an artist or a designer there. But because of the context that I had made through the Community by doing a bunch of design, I ended up getting a freelance position. So I was doing a lot of, so like basically in the time frame to like 2008 to 2007 to 2008, any theme or, you know, what do you call them? The background. I guess they're themes on Xbox and PlayStation. I did all those. I did a lot of the advertisements for the site and the banners, gamer pictures. I designed almost all of those for all the games. So anyway, that led into a bunch of things. Led into designing the Lost Planet theme. The Lost Planet team saw it, really liked it, wondered who designed it. They said a fan. Then they were intrigued. They asked me to help with a special project, made me sign a bunch of legal documents, and I helped design the HUD and UI for Lost Planet 2, which they only took 2 ideas from, threw the rest away. But yeah, if you look at the compass and the way the reticule expands in the game, those were 2 ideas that I designed for them. So, anywho, that was basically the start of my first interaction with the dev team, because I got to present that document to them in person at the first Captivate. They flew me out there for that. And afterwards, 2 months later, after that, well, I found out that the guy who was in my job before me was leaving, and Seth, was there, Seth Killian, and he said they were looking for somebody or whatever, and I said, what about me? And it led to everything else. So I didn't always want to work at Capcom. I always thought that working at a video game company that's Hollywood. It's out of the question. That's way, way out there, So yeah, exactly. A lot of people don't think it's possible, but to tell you the truth, I don't mean to make it sound trivial or anything like that, but it's just another job. So I mean, don't try to think it's out of question. It is a smaller profession as far as actual amount of jobs to get into, but overall, I mean, it's got all the same divisions that every other corporation has. So, I mean, it's got people who do marketing, it's got people who do PR. Community is a pretty unique category, but it's growing these days. Social media is important, so community is important. They all have, I mean, we have an HR department, we got an IT department, all the basic stuff. Of course, we have the development side of things. We have people who write stories, we have artists, we have engineers, we have web engineers, we have producers and directors. So whether you're talking music or TV or movies, whatever it may be, all of those things are way bigger than games. But all of those jobs exist within the games industry. So anyway, it's not as hard as I think a lot of people think it might be to get into. You have to be passionate and you have to know what you're doing. And it helps to be a fan. It helps to know the products, to know what you're working on, and to know the people who play them. And that's half of what I do anyway. And that's why it's so fun for me, and it's so great because I get to hang out with all the people I want to hang out with online, and I get to talk to all the fans, and I get to have a good time, and I get to have fun playing the games that we all like to play. And it's about the good times and the fun and trying to make better games for everybody.
Right on, man. Right on. Well, that's really good that you're actually doing what you like, and it's good that you've really taken a very deep interest in that. I mean, I'm sure there's some people out there who are like, man, hate this. All right. Well, we actually went overtime, and yeah, in fact, we should have stopped this about a minute ago, but it's all right. Let's arm wrestle.
Oh,
This will be the inevitable part 6, I think.
All right.
Oh, good lord, he went in on you, Moses.
All right, Moses. 2 out of 3. If you lose, I'm gonna reset your hunter rank to 0.
I don't.
uh-oh.
What power? Moses, do it.
I make it. I don't feel right.
I'll
be right back.
Moses.
I'll be right back.
This man defeated 9 opponents, but he's scared to fight Snow. This is
Chicken.
I'll be right back.
Chicken.
I'll be right.
Mm-hmm.
We're going arms up in this.
He's got to put on armor to try and stand a chance.
I know.
It helps my confidence. No!
Hunter rank
Moses.
0.
You did
0 for you.
You did need that morale boost, didn't you?
Oh, Moses.
What? You want 3 out of 5?
Yeah!
Well, if you lose, I'm gonna put you negative 999.
I won't play this game anymore.
Is that even possible? Moses, think of it this way: you can look up to me and Conti, and we'll train you. Train you in the ways again.
All right,
Like
and then Moises never had a hunter rank ever.
Heard from again.
Yeah, well, I'll let you guys end. I know I have a tendency to rant, so thank you guys for letting me hop on and rant all about Monster Hunter on your podcast.
Dude, thanks for joining us. Really, very insightful information regarding.
Everybody listening, you keep listening to Well Done Podcast. That'll be the place to really get all the fun stuff from Moises and Conti and Kendall.
We'll have secrets to tell you one day.
If you guys are on Capcom-Unity too, I mean, it's been a little rough, but we've been trying to make Capcom-Unity more awesome, and I can tell you that we're going to be trying a lot harder. I'm trying a lot harder to make sure that we have all the fun stuff you guys want on the site. And we're actually, even though Try's over a year old now, and Monster Hunter Freedom Unite's over 2 years old now, we're still doing stuff. And we have some really cool stuff that we're hopefully going to be putting out in the next few months on MonsterHunterCommunity.com and CapcomUnity.com. And those will be fun. We're going to have ways for you to link your game to the website and give you guys cool stuff for it. So should be cool. Plus, there'll be a place for Moises to have, the Well Done podcast up there if he can ever get it up there.
Hey.
All right, I'm done. I'm done ranting, guys.
The future is bright.
Yeah, there's lots of good stuff in Monster Hunter, guys. So
999.
Moses, it's gonna be okay.
All right. Well, Snowflake, thanks so much for joining us. We've had a great time, and everything you've taught us will definitely remain.
I taught you to fail at Devil Joe, take forever on Global and IA Crust, and then take amazingly long on a dual burial.
Yeah.
The long
Yeah.
cast.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, enjoy the part 6. We'll see you again next week. All right, Snow, you want to finish us off here?
Oh yeah. If it ain't well done, it's burnt.
Yeah.
You know?
You know. I got that from Snow, by the way, guys. So don't give me crap from it. I got it from Snow. That's serious.
That was not me.
You'll catch him saying it. What? If you watch this entire episode, you'll catch him saying it a few times. That's inevitable proof about it. Undeniable proof. All right, guys, we're out of here. Thanks. Bye.
Later.